Howdy everyone, my name is Marcelino Robledo, and today I'd like to go over the topic of colony collapse disorder, otherwise known as CCD. Specifically, I want to talk about the prevention of CCD by increasing the overall health of honeybees, otherwise known as Apis mellifera. First off, I'd like to talk about some factors that affect honeybee health, specifically how they negatively affect honeybee health. First off would be nutrition or the lack of nutrition, where honeybees are put in monocultures, and these are areas of plant or agricultural areas that are providing low options of protein for honeybees. Secondly, would be parasites, such as the varroa mites that infest honeybee colonies and suck the hemolymph from them. Thirdly, would be diseases or such as the deformed wing virus that cripple honeybees, keeping them confined to their hives and prevent them from foraging and defending. Another one would be beekeeping practices, such as um, transporting honeybee colonies across country in rigs. And another would be pesticides. While there are many other factors that affect honeybee health, I like to enforce these five as they will come up later as importance to my main topic, which is colony collapse disorder. So, what is colony collapse disorder? CCD is a phenomenon that causes the abrupt disappearance of honeybee workers from a colony. And before we continue any further, I just like to make sure that uh, colony collapse disorder is not just the sudden death of honeybees or the sudden disappearance of honeybees. It is categorized by 5 symptoms, and these 5 symptoms are yes, sudden colony death, um, but a big thing would be the presence of a live queen bee that has been abandoned within the colony. Another symptom would be the lack of healthy adult bees in the colony. Another big symptom that defines colony collapse disorder is the abandonment of capped brood. And another big symptom would be the presence of food stores left within the hive. So, why is colony collapse disorder happening? Um, while there's no definitive answer currently, there is a lot of ongoing research among the scientific community uh, because there are a couple of different uh, answers that they think might be linked to the cause of colony collapse disorder. And these have to do with those five main um, health factors that I was talking about at the beginning of the lecture. Um, one of the main answers they think might be linked is the invasive varroa mite parasites. They believe that invasive varroa mites are a big factor in the cause of colony collapse disorder. Another one would be new or emerging diseases that cause honeybees to abandon the hive to prevent the further spread of the disease. Another one would be uh, the use of pesticides, which affect honeybee health. And another one would be stress, and stress would be um, the mass transportation of honeybees across country in rigs. Another one would be the loss um, or sudden change of habitats where honeybees are left with poor nutrition. When CCD first had a big emergence, it was around 2006, 2007, and it kind of just popped out of the blue uh, almost all over the United States. And in this first picture to the left, you notice that there's a vast majority of the North America highlighted in yellow, and that's because when it first appeared in around 2006, 2007, about 35 states out of the 50 in the United States of America um, had shown a lot of cases of CCD. And we're not sure why, but uh, over the last 15 years or so, constantly uh, decreasing in appearance over these years. And while it is decreasing in cases, it doesn't mean it's going to stop or that it won't resurface or increase again. And because of this, scientists have to make sure that they find out what's the cause and how to combat CCD. And so currently, they're collecting data to determine the extent of CCD on honeybee colonies and the effect it has on the status of honeybee colony health and the production of honey. Another one would be they're analyzing bee samples to determine the immunity or how how much honeybees are affected by pesticides, as well as how the prevalence of pests and pathogens within honeybee colonies. They're also researching candidate factors that I was talking about earlier that affect honeybee health. But while they're researching all these other topics, they have discovered that mitigating is a good way to counter deaths from CCD. And how to mitigate and what is mitigating? So essentially, mitigating is just increasing the overall health of honeybees to lower the risks, the deaths from colony collapse disorder. And the way they do this is by supplementally feeding honeybees during pollen and nectar scarcities. This way they don't starve or get weak. They also are recommending less use of pesticides in not only agricultural settings but in suburban settings as well. And specifically, they're asking for pesticide usage to be limited to the morning or the evening and not around mid-afternoon when honeybees are out foraging for resources as well as mating. And another way that anyone can help mitigate CCD is by planting pollinator-friendly flowers. And pollinator-friendly flowers consist of open flowers that are easy for honeybees to access. It also consists of flowers that bloom in varying seasons, such as winter or spring. And these would pretty much be known as polycultures, which are areas or um, areas that provide a diverse option of protein for bees to have. These are my references, and they will be linked in a PDF. Thank you.